Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, he recently said something pretty bold. He predicted we're going to see one-person, billion-dollar companies maybe within the next few years. It's kind of statement that just makes you pause. Quietly curious, I guess. Is that even really plausible? Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at what might be more than just a prediction. Could this be a fundamental, maybe even permanent shift in how businesses are built? We're asking, how could one single person realistically build a billion-dollar company?
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want to dig into with you today. We'll unpack this shift, from the old ways to this new AI-first approach. We'll look at the sort of perfect storm of trends making it possible, explore this kind of wild new org chart built around AI agents, and importantly, pinpoint the skills and strategies you might need to find your own gold mine in all this. It really feels like we're peering into the near future.
So, Sam Altman's vision. It's not just tech hype. It feels like it signals something deeper, more permanent. Honestly, when I first heard it, it sounded like science fiction. Way off. But the more you think about it, the more it shifts from just surprising to, well, almost feeling inevitable somehow.
Right, and what's really fascinating is how it just flips the script on, centuries of how companies worked.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it's always been people managing other people.
Right.
Hierarchies, right? VPs, managers, teams, this whole pyramid structure.
Yeah.
But this new AI-first model, often it's just one founder, one person, and they're orchestrating this complex team of specialized AI agents. Altman put it pretty vividly. He said something like, the future of startups could just be one person and 10,000 GPUs. That's not really hyperbole. It's about massive computational leverage.
Yeah.
And an AI agent. It's basically just a specialized AI program doing a core business job automatically.
Okay, so the real change is moving from human teams managing tasks to one founder directing an AI workforce.
That's the core shift. Yeah, exactly.
It feels like for decades, starting a company was like playing Monopoly. But a really slow, expensive version. The game word felt fixed. Often you had to be in Silicon Valley or somewhere similar. You had to raise money first, then slowly hire people, build the thing. It was all about gatekeepers, VCs, where you were located, high risk, slow, and honestly, not very accessible for most.
That's the old game, for sure. But this new path with AI, it's more like a fast deck building game. You know those. You don't start with a pile of cash necessarily. Maybe you start with an audience.
Like an audience.
Yeah, like on X or Twitter. That's your first card, your foundation. Then you strategically add more cards, like vibe coding.
Vibe coding?
Yeah, it just means using AI tools, like Cursor maybe, to quickly turn your idea into a basic product and MVP. You just kind of talk it into existence. Then you build a community around it. That's another powerful card feedback, early users. And then you add the really strong cards, AI agents, to automate the routine stuff. It's all about speed, iteration, using leverage, not just your bank account or zip code.
So the biggest difference in starting capital isn't money, it's building an audience first.
That's a huge part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Audience is the new capital, in a way.
And this deck building idea, it's not just a concept. We're seeing it happen, like Greg Isenberg with ideabrowser.com. That seems like a really clear example.
Oh, absolutely. His story maps perfectly onto this. Phase 1 for him was audience discovery. He didn't hide away building something. He just started tweeting startup ideas, testing the waters.
Right, seeing what resonated.
Exactly. That built his first card, the engaged audience. The market saying, yeah, we want this. Then, phase 2, product creation. He used that vibe coding approach with AI tools. Turn those tweet ideas into a real thing fast. An MVP where people could actually browse and vote. Phase 3 was community building. He took the most interested people, pulled them into a private group. It wasn't just fans. It was like a live focus group, constantly giving feedback, shaping the product. Then, as things grew, routine tasks piled up. So phase 4, automation integration. He started plugging in specific AI agents. For research, maybe content snippets, community help, the repetitive stuff. And that leads to phase 5, scaling. The whole thing, idea to a business serving thousands. It took months, not years. And critically, it wasn't funded by big VC checks up front. It was built on listening to the audience and using AI smartly.
So Gray's real starting point, the spark, was just consistently sharing ideas and building that audience around them.
That was absolutely the ignition. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems clear this isn't just a one-off thing, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like you said, a perfect storm of trends coming together, 5 big ones.
Exactly. 5 powerful currents converging. First is services are becoming software. Think about tasks a human freelancer might do, writing copy, basic customer support. An AI agent can often do that now. At huge scale, almost no extra cost per task. It changes the economics completely. You're not trading time for money anymore. It's like having the automated employee. Second, instant global distribution.
Yeah.
Social media, right? It's a megaphone to the world. One person can potentially reach millions instantly, often for free. That just blows away the old distribution bottlenecks. Test ideas, grow fast. Third, building on the shoulders of giants. This one's huge. Imagine trying to build a skyscraper. You don't mine the ore and smelt the steel yourself anymore,
Right?
Wow.
Use pre-made beams.
Exactly. APIs from OpenAI, Shopify, Supabase. They're like those beams.
Yeah.
Enterprise-grade tech. You're essentially renting billions in R&D for like a monthly fee. Build complex stuff way faster, way cheaper. Fourth, the rise of the personal brand. People seem tired of faceless companies. There's this real David versus Goliath thing happening. People connect with individuals. So an authentic personal brand, that's a massive advantage. Trust, relatability. It lets you compete with giants. And fifth, the sniper rifle of advertising. Modern ad platforms, Meta, Google, TikTok, they're incredibly precise now. Like a heat-seeking missile finding your exact customer. Makes customer acquisition predictable, scalable, even with a small budget.
Okay, and the shoulders of giants, one. That seems key for making scaling affordable. Renting infrastructure instead of building it all.
Huge cost advantage, absolutely.
Naval Ravikant often talks about leverage, code, audience capital, like three legs of a stool for a founder.
Yeah.
So what does this unicorn skill stack actually look like in this new world?
Yeah, mastering those three is crucial. First, code use. But it's different now. It's less about being a programming guru, writing every line yourself. It's more about being a great orchestrator, using AI coding tools like Cursor or Copilot.
Ah, so directing the AI coder.
Precisely. The new skill is clearly telling the AI what you want it to build. Good prompting is more valuable than knowing perfect syntax sometimes. Second, audience use. The creator's power, like we said, that engaged audience. It might be your single most valuable asset. It's your marketing, your focus group, your first customers, all in one. Building it isn't a side hustle. It's a core part of the business. It needs constant effort. And third, capital use. The investor's power. Here, it's often less about raising huge VC rounds, though that might come later. It's more about bootstrapping, being super efficient with the money you do have. AI cuts labor costs dramatically so you can get profitable faster. The skill is reinvesting those early profits smartly to grow without giving up chunks of your company.
So the new coding skill isn't about syntax mastery. It's about clearly describing the intent, what you want the AI to create.
Exactly.
Intent and orchestration.
Nobody just decides, I'm building $1 billion company on day one.
Right.
It seems more like leveling up, like stages in a game. That's a perfect way to put it. Phase one is usually the freelancer. You're tutorial level. You trade skills for money, learn the basics. Pricing, clients, proving people will pay for something you do. Phase two, the productized service, the repeatable quest. You take that custom work and package it, like website audit for $1,000. Makes revenue predictable. First step towards the system. Phase three, the micro sauce, your automated gold farm. You spot a common problem your service clients had and build a small software tool for it. That's your first real recurring revenue, the seed of a tech business. Then phase four, the AI-powered business, the endgame build. This is where you swap out the manual parts of your service or the simple logic of your microservice and replace it with smart AI agents, like giving your system a brain. Personalized support, dynamic content, it makes the business way more powerful. But running alongside all this constantly is audience development. Think of it like your XP bar in the game. It's always there, always needs filling.
Ah, so it's not a phase, it's continuous.
Yeah, totally continuous. You're always sharing, teaching, providing value. That audience, it's your ultimate power source. It compounds.
So the org chart, it's not a pyramid anymore. It sounds completely different, like a hub and spoke, with the founder right in the middle.
Exactly that. You, the founder, you're the CEO, but your direct reports, they're AI. You're managing a team of specialized AI vice presidents. The structure looks like you, CEO, large language models, the core brain, specialized AI agents, your exec team. So you've got like an AI VP of engineering, does the coding, testing, deployment. An AI VP of design, handles the look and feel, UI, brand stuff. Your AI marketing VP runs content, SEO, social ads, the whole growth engine. Then an AI sales VP, building pipeline, qualifying leads, maybe even booking demos. An AI support VP, handling tickets, writing docs, onboarding users. And maybe an AI data analysis VP, watching the numbers, finding insights, doing research.
So the CEO's main job becomes managing this team of specialized AI VPs, orchestrating them.
Yes, high-level direction and orchestration. It's a totally new kind of management.
Whoa. Okay, just imagining that. Scaling to, I don't know, a billion queries.
Hmm.
And these agents are just handling it. This constant flow of information, analysis, action, all happening automatically. It's pretty amazing to picture.
It really is incredible when you map it out. You've got your researcher agent scanning markets, trends, feeding data in. The creator agent takes that, applies your brand voice, makes marketing stuff. The analyst agent watches all the metrics, sales, support, everything finds ways to optimize. Then the operator agent handles the routine stuff, onboarding, basic questions, system checks, and maybe a strategist agent pulling it all together, giving you recommendations, all feeding into this central view for you, the founder, while the AI team runs the day-to-day 24/7. Now, finding your gold mine. Where do you even start? There's a simple map, the opportunity matrix. Look for high value plus high repetition. That equals gold mine. High value means you're solving a big, expensive pain point, lets you charge more. High repetition means it happens often. Great for recurring revenue, great for automation.
Okay, example.
Social media management for businesses. High value, daily task. Specialized customer support for a complex product. Content creation at scale. Niche data analysis. You definitely want to avoid the low value plus low repetition stuff. Hard to sell, hard to scale.
Got it. High value, high repetition. Solve a painful, frequent problem. That's the target.
That's the sweet spot, absolutely. Okay, so you found the gold mine. Now you need the right tools to get the gold out. That means AI native pricing models. The big shift is you're not just selling access to software anymore. You're selling consumption or outcomes,
Yeah.
like usage-based pricing. Think Twilio, OpenAI. Pay per API call, pay per word generated, scales directly with use. Or outcome-based pricing. This is really interesting. Companies like Sierra AI do this. You pay based on results, maybe per successful customer issue resolved by the AI. You can charge a lot more if you guarantee outcomes. And hybrid models are common too, like Canva. A base fee plus maybe extra charges for certain features or heavier usage, stable income plus upside. These models often scale fastest because price links directly to value received.
Okay, that makes sense. But let's inject a dose of reality here. Even with AI, this sounds like a marathon, not a sprint. What kind of business is actually suited for this? What's the right vehicle for the race, so to speak?
Great question. The unicorn vehicle definitely has specific traits. Ideal candidates. Mostly digital stuff, software, apps, digital services. Why? Zero marginal cost. Scales infinitely, basically. The core value has to come from the AI. Can't just be a bolt-on. Network effects are huge, too. The product gets better as more people use it. Think social networks or marketplaces. And ideally, light regulation. Less friction to slow you down. Poor candidates. Pretty much the opposite. Physical products, manufacturing, inventory, shipping. Hard for one person. Complex enterprise sales with long cycles, lots of human touch needed. Heavily regulated spaces like old school finance or healthcare, lots of hurdles. And businesses built purely on deep personal relationships. AI can't replace that yet. Those just aren't built for the solo hypergrowth path. And about that timeline?
Well, the long road is real. It's not overnight. Look at data from people like Mark Liu who've built successful solo businesses. It's gradual, and maybe it accelerates. Getting to, say, 1K a month might take 4 months. Getting to $4K might take 10 months total. It compounds, but slowly at first.
So it's a curve. Exactly. That classic slow, then suddenly curve. Years 1 and 2 are often the grind, learning, building audience, finding that product market fit. Years 3 and 4, that's maybe optimizing with AI, refining everything. Then years 5, 6. That could be where you see breakout growth, if everything aligns. Network effects kick in, AI leverage pays off. So the first true solo unicorn, maybe 2026 to 2028. As the tech matures and people figure out the playbook.
Okay, so the ideal vehicle is digital, AI core, with network effects. And it still takes years.
That's the high leverage combo, yeah. And patience.
Which brings us back to the big question. Can one person with this AI team actually do it? Build a billion-dollar company?
The short answer, it's a firm. Yes, but
Yeah.
technically. On paper. Yeah, it seems almost inevitable eventually. You've got the ingredients. AI for massive productivity without the cost. Global distribution basically free. And access to world-class infrastructure via APIs. The combo is unprecedented. But the practical reality, achieving it is going to be incredibly hard and likely very rare, at least for a while. It needs that perfect storm. The right person, visionary, driven, amazing orchestrator. The right product solving a huge problem AI is suited for. The right market needs network effects. The right timing. And just near flawless execution.
It reminds me of the 4-minute mile. For ages, people thought it was physically impossible. Then Roger Bannister did it in 1954. And suddenly, once someone showed it could be done, others followed pretty quickly. This first solo unicorn founder, They'll be like the Roger Bannister of this new era. They'll take someone exceptional in exceptional circumstances. But once that barrier's broken, the path becomes clearer for others. It proves the model. Just talking about it now shows how things are shifting. It feels historic. So the takeaway on possibility, technically, yes, eventually. Practically, extremely rare initially.
Yeah.
But once the barrier breaks, more will follow.
That sums it up perfectly.
Okay, let's talk operations. The operator's manual. What are the big mistakes, the pilot errors that could crash the whole thing?
Yeah. 3 classic traps to watch out for. Critical stuff. Pitfall 1, forgetting there's a human at the other end. The danger is automating so much you strip out all the humanity. It feels cold, transactional.
Right, losing the connection.
Exactly. The fix. Remember, automation should free you up for the high-value human stuff, not eliminate it. Keep strategic touchpoints, onboarding, solving tricky problems, talking to key customers. Pitfall 2. The garbage in, gospel out fallacy. AI, especially LLMs, can sound super confident even when they're wrong or giving you low-quality stuff. It's easy to just trust it.
Because it sounds plausible.
Right. The fix is realizing your AI is only as good as its instructions and training data. You need detailed docs, clear quality standards for its output, and constant feedback loops. Review its work, tweak your prompts. Honestly, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. You know, where the output quality kind of degrades over time. It's a constant tuning process. And pitfall 3, losing touch with the ground truth. Your huge advantage as a solo founder is being close to your customers. If you automate yourself right out of that loop, you're flying blind, like a pilot staring only at the instruments, never looking outside.
So you get detached from what users actually need.
Totally. The fix. Stay plugged in, read support emails yourself sometimes, hang out in your community forums, get on calls. That direct feedback is the ground truth. It's your most valuable data.
So the main danger with the AI output itself is just blindly trusting it without checking, especially when it sounds convincing.
Verification and refinement are absolutely key. Yeah.
Thinking bigger picture now. This whole idea of a solo unicorn is more than just a business model, isn't it? It feels like a signpost for some really fundamental shifts happening globally. Tectonic shifts, maybe.
I think that's right. 4 big ones stand out. First, the democratization of wealth creation. Building massive value might not require elite connections or being in the right place anymore. Anyone with a laptop, an idea, and the skill to use these tools has access to leverage that used to belong only to giant companies. Second, the acceleration of innovation. If one person can build and test potentially world-changing ideas in months, not years, the whole pace picks up. Big problems might get solved faster. New markets pop up quicker. Third, the transformation of work. We might see more people building their own tiny AI-powered global businesses instead of taking traditional jobs. That could really reshape what employment looks like, how economies function. And fourth, the death of geography. Where you live matters less and less. You could be anywhere with internet, build something for a global audience, compete with huge incumbents, maybe hit unicorn scale from your spare room. It opens up opportunity everywhere.
So potentially, the biggest impacts are societal democratizing wealth creation and fundamentally changing how and where we work on a global scale.
It could be a truly profound shift.
Yeah.
Sponsor.
So wrapping this up, Sam Altman's prediction, it really does feel like more than just talk. It's a glimpse into a future that seems increasingly plausible, maybe even inevitable. AI is fundamentally changing how businesses get built and scaled. It's enabling single individuals to potentially achieve things that used to take large organizations. But it demands a new playbook. Understanding these new rules, leveraging these converging trends, mastering this unique skill stack, and maybe most importantly, finding that balance between powerful automation and essential human insight.
Yeah. The first one-person billion-dollar company is coming. It feels like a when, not if. The only questions are who it will be and what amazing thing they'll build. And maybe, for you listening, your own journey towards building something incredible using these principles. Well, that can start today.
So maybe take a moment to think about your own skills, your interests. What problems do you see? Where might your gold mine be? How could these AI-first ideas apply to what you want to build, whether it's a side project or something much bigger? Food for thought. Out to your own music.